Put that
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Look at this. Here. Come on, kid. Come on.
I got to give an offering too.
Yes, come on in. Here we go.
Sorry, I don't have a reporter because I'm a noob.
You're a newbie?
Yes.
Well, from what I understand, these work just fine.
So can you tell us how Dean feels about his brother right now, his old hunting life with him?
How Demon Dean feels?
Sorry, yes.
That's what I was just explaining to them over there, that Dean last year, we saw this really tortured guy, this tortured soul. I mean, he had essentially lost the brother relationship with his sibling. It was very business, and he had the guilt of the whole letting Sam be possessed by an angel, and so there was just a lot riding on Dean's shoulders last season, and it was torturous for him, and it was a really, really tough year. So what I wanted to do in contrast for the Demon Dean was I wanted it to be Dean without any of that stuff. So he's essentially kind of the same guy, but he's a Dean without any care in the world.
Okay.
And so much so that it's scary how little he cares about any and everybody. Even himself. Even the car. So it's a bit of a, somebody was like, oh, he doesn't care, so is it going to be more comedic? I'm like, no, there's nothing funny about this at all. Like he's so just kind of carefree and careless that I think is the scariest part about it to me, playing it.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we start.
So what is he doing on a day-to-day kind of basis? Does he have a goal in mind or a mission, or is he just...
It is a 24/7 do what I want to do, whether it's drink, whether it's female, whether it's sing karaoke. He does not care, and he doesn't care that anybody else cares. I just shot a scene where Demon Dean was literally up singing karaoke and the entire bar was booing him. And he was just like, I'm going to sing louder. Because screw you. So, a lot of bar fights, a lot of booze, a lot of babes. That's Demon Dean.
What song? Can you talk about?
I'm not telling you.
Can you talk about some of the touches you added for Demon Dean? Because it seemed from the clip that your voice even changed and little things like that. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, he's was a little. I was just kind of, the attitude is a little different. It's just his general kind of, the tone in his voice is a little different. He's a little, he's a little more smirky. He's kind of, he's got a little bit more swagger to him. So it was just, and it wasn't anything specifically that I was like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. It was just kind of a mental state that I tried to get to, and the other things just kind of came with it.
How was directing for the third time?
How was directing?
For the third time.
Fourth time.
Fourth time, sorry.
Yeah. This was probably the most difficult I've had to do because I was essentially introducing a new character. And it was me playing a new character. So to really kind of direct the way that I wanted to direct, but also be available mentally to invest in to bring this new character to life was a lot of kind of mush going on in my head. I basically overly prepared for the directing thing. For prep, I was up nights doing homework and shot listing things, and I basically showed up day one with all 8 days shot listed out. Whereas, a lot of directors maybe they'll have the first couple of days in mind, and then as the shoot progresses, they figure out the next days and stuff like that. But I literally had an entire game. If I was to go into a coma day one of shooting, somebody could have picked up my binder and been like, okay, well, I know exactly how he wants this entire show shot. So that's how, I wrote out every detail so that I could just literally hand it to my AD and be like, this is what I want to do for the scene. I'm going to go get prepared for the scene as an actor. So that was really hard to do because I also had to let also had to basically let go of the directing and just focus on the acting. Doing that to you know, I in the past I was able to kind of click into Dean, which wasn't easy, but it was a lot easier because it's a character I know, and I've you know, been playing it for 9 years, or well, I guess when I started directing it was 6 years, 7 years, whatever it was. So it was easy to kind of clip into that show or to that character, and then get out of it, get back to directing head, then take that hat off and put the acting hat on. But this one was pretty challenging, so I was pretty happy when the episode was done.
Who's around Demon
We're going to have to cut it there, Carla. Just we're running out of time. We want to make sure everyone gets
Thank you.